off, I think, originally as $250,000, and it was an improvement, I shouldn't say improvement, it was a refinement of the Panavision Genesis, which when it came out, I think in 2005, I shot a TV series with it, and it was revolutionary. It was like, oh my God, no one ever seen a camera like that. And now that generation of cameras is basically, no one builds them anymore. They've got CMOS sensors. And the Panavision camera was probably priceless. You couldn't have bought it. And I think it was up to $250,000 for the F-35. The camera that superseded the F-35, the Sony F-65, is, I guess, around the 80,000s or something like that. And the Alexa, I think, started around then, and I think now there's an Alexa Studio with a big optical finder on it that's very expensive. It gets to be about 130. I think the Red Epic, we didn't get an Epic yet because it's around 60 or so. Depends upon whether it's bare body or how it comes and stuff like that. The Arri 435, I imagine, is $150,000 or so to buy, the 35mm camera.
I think it's less. I think it's 100, right around 100 grand.
It's right around 100. Okay, thank you. Wally would know. The Phantom is very expensive, and so is the Weisscam. They're high-speed cameras. I'm so used to these being like a rental item. I mean, the idea of me buying a Weisscam or a Phantom.
I guess the reason. Do you know the cost of the 7D? Because to me, if you look at the high end and the low end,
my 5D and 5D Mark II are about $2,700, and then now they've got a lens that was like $1,200 that you get for $700 or $800 more. They get the 24-105, good lens. The 7D is cheaper than that, about $1,800 or so. I don't know the price of the Nikon. The 1D Mark IV, which is an advanced camera, the 1 series is always Canon's top still camera with the fastest reflexes and shutter, and the most bells and whistles. They've got two new camera ones, a 1D Mark X and a 1D Mark C, that are both. What did the Mark C? What did the 1D Mark C and X cost?
1D X is $69.99.
69, 6999.
Yeah, $7,000.
7,000.
And 1D C is $15,000.
It's 15,000. And the 1D Mark IV, well, that's discontinued, doesn't matter. And how much is the 7D these days?
7D, probably about $1,500 list price.
So you have basically 15 to 100,000. And when you're looking at this, if your needs are modest, you're just going to show them on small TV sets, then you might very well invest in different gear, just on the basis of image quality. Of course, there's other factors as well. So questions? I see John is up.
Actually, Bobby, we're going to have to wrap things up a little bit. We're running delightfully late.
Don't always predict how real scenes will look. Stephen Lighthill, ASC, shot a devilishly dark scene of a woman upset that her husband had just bought a Porsche.
Which is my
All
Porsche.
the cameras were shot at the same lens aperture. We chose the Arri Alexa as a reference. Look for clear separation of the dark tones between the man's face and hair when he sits in the car. Also note the noise or grain from each camera. Here's the Alexa again as a reference.
These were shot at the same f-stop, so it's an absolute test of not relative low light exposure, latitude, but of absolute sensitivity.
Evaluation. This presentation and the study behind it were designed to help potential users of single-sensor motion picture cameras better understand the factors that comprise image quality.
Competitive test between participating cameras. The only comparison that we will be making, as with the 2009 camera assessment series, is each camera's relationship with film. And of course, now we're talking about a new color management workflow that should get even better results from these cameras and better results even from film.